Hello everybody, it's Romelgus here, and I wanted to check out a Masters League ZVT on Acid Plant LE. Down here we've got our Blue Zerg Volnic up against the Red Terran Haloman. Spawning in the northwest and Volnic in the southeast, respectively. Now, ZVT is actually a matchup that I struggle quite a bit with. It is apparently my worst matchup statistically, so this is why I chose the ZVT. Now we see Volnic going for that pretty typical fast expand around the 50-second mark. Haloman also pretty standard with the barracks on the high ramp and the gas going up. I think the reason why I have so much trouble with this ZVT matchup is the variable nature of the Terran race. They can just go for so much in terms of tech options very fast, and with the ability to swap their tech labs between structures and upgrade whatever they choose from there, it's really kind of hard to nail down what they might be doing sometimes. Gas up for Volnic, and he is going ahead and put 2 drones in there for the time being. Just the 2 for now, it would seem. Hatchery just about 2/3 of the way completed here, and an orbital now being constructed for Haloman. First Reaper on the way, as well as his expansion. Another supply depot going down at the ramp, and that will be probably blocked off with a tech lab, I would guess. We've got one Overlord coming in from the southeast to go ahead and start scouting. He will spot that Reaper as it starts leaving, so Volnic will be expecting this. Let's see how he reacts. He's going to send out another drone, probably for a third, yep. More drones still coming out. One set of Zerglings, 2 sets of Zerglings, excuse me. And he's going to hide those in the back, it would seem. Overlord getting shooed away by the Marine there. Reaper starting to come in for some worker harass, and the Zerglings are going to sandwich. Cheeky Reaper. Ring around the spore crawler. Just going to kite and kite and kite. Second spore crawler going up. The queens are out now. This Reaper probably won't get much done now that the queens are there. In fact, he is going to die right there in a pool of blood. Spore crawlers get canceled, and queens continue on injecting. No creep tumor yet. Not really the creep spread happening. And Volnic with a little bit of cheeky commentary himself. We do see a starport going up, a factory being swapped out. So he did end up putting a reactor on that barracks, and then he swapped the factory to that reactor so he could start doing double Hellions. It's looking like there's going to be some Hellion harass on the way. Starport going up, barracks getting a tech lab, about halfway complete. 4 Zerglings now moving out on the map. I'm going to see if they can't get some harass done. This SCV is going to start walling off the front here with a supply depot. Another Overlord getting shooed away by the Marine. I love that Hellion skin. It's just so nice. Very cool. Now, this Starport is about to start cranking out some Vikings. The Hellion count is still steadily increasing. Over on the Zerg side, we've got another Queen coming out. Third has been established here. No Evo chambers yet, which I'm kind of surprised at. Let's see what kind of army we've got going on. Now Viking will be able to take care of this Overlord. No more scouting for him. I think once he's got these 6 Hellions grouped up, he'll start moving them out. Yep. Now the Viking's just pretty much set to go and destroy any Overlords he can find hanging about. The 3rd command center is about to go up. These Lings, I think, are just waiting to see when they can spot that 3rd headed up. Hellions a little bit blocked by their own supply depots there, but the Lings have been spotted by the Viking. Hellions are headed across the map now. The creep crew has started spreading their glorious creep. Baneling Nest and 2 Evos coming up at the front. This will create a nice choke to funnel the Hellions in. It'll stop them from being able to wreak as much havoc. We've got some Lings sitting at the third along with the Queen. I don't think it's going to be quite enough to defend these Hellions, though. Here they come in. Going to barbecue some Zerglings. Going to barbecue one more. And the last one goes down as well. These Zerglings probably will get roasted too. One Hellion goes down thanks to the spiny Queens. I think a second one might go down as well. Oh, they might be able to just skate on past here, but I think these Lings are going to stop them. I think all 5 of these Hellions are going to go down. They have ended and reached the end of their life. They never had a chance. The swarm was too powerful. One Zergling left behind to see when that third goes up, and it will be about to head over there. Siege tank sieged up at the front to stop any craziness. He has been waiting here now to see the Liberator. Tried to get some stuff done, but the Queen looks like picked him off. A Viking now also headed over to get some harass done. He'll probably drop right here and try to kill a couple drones along with the Liberator, but the Queen's responding in a nice timely fashion. And I think that's just going to get straight denied. Liberator's going to try and move around back to take a different angle. The Queen's, though, splitting up nicely. The Spore Crawler stop off one end, and the Liberator I don't think can get really anything done. I mean, he's going to attempt something, but the Spore Crawlers are going up, the Queens are coming down. Oh, nope. Now we've got a small pod of Zerglings headed out. This third will be spotted by the stray Zergling. In fact, the landing will be denied. That's always frustrating to me whenever I play Terran, which is not very often at all, let me tell you. Will the Zergling get the Hero Zergling SCV kill? Aww. Very close. Wait, did he get him? I don't see a low health SCV. I think he got him. Zergling's thinking about breaking down these rocks. They're going to start chewing away at that there. And they're just going to do a bit of scouting. He had an eyeball on about half of those Zerglings with this Viking. And now we do see the hatchery going into a lair, a macro hatch coming up as well. The Queen's now spending their injects, spamming away so that he can get as many larvae as possible. Fourth base now up for Volnic. He might start droning that up pretty soon, I would imagine. Another Queen out. That makes a total of 8 Queens now. Still 1 upgrade apiece for players. That's kind of silly. Hydralisk Den, though, going down now for the Zerg player. The Banelings rolling in, though, to get some SCV kills. Oh my gosh. Quite a few workers end up getting destroyed there. The Marines just standing by. You never gave us any orders, Captain. But they will be getting dropped in. I expect to see another medevac coming out, probably. Yeah, there's one more coming out. It looks like he's going to go for that 16 Marine drop. No? Maybe he's just going to load up and head right out, although this will be spotted. I don't know if it was seen or not by Volnic. He's got quite a scary force now, though. Overseer coming in for Volnic as well. And it looks like he's going to try to take a fourth, but he will run straight into... No fourth. SCV's just standing there. Heavy scouting going on by Zerg here. Creep is being spread quite rapidly. And then we do see both upgrades coming in from the Hydralisk Den. Groove Spine coming in first, and a 5th base going up. That Marine drop will get shut down handily by these scary group of Queens. Where'd that scan happen? Picking up those Marines. Only 1 Marine lost there. Banelings now, though, getting morphed in. Creep being replaced quickly as the Queens start to waddle their way down. We see the 5th expansion about halfway done, and it looks like we might have a bit of a clash here. Siege tanks not even sieged up, but the Zerglings pouring over them. I don't think that Volnic has enough, but the Banelings destroying so much of that army, but the medevacs are doing such a wonderful job of healing all that up. And the Terran player will walk away from this with just a limp while the Zerg runs away with his tail between his legs. More Zerglings coming up through this now, though. I think this creep will be well pushed back. Maybe he's just going to go right in without a scan. Nope, he's going to scan, pick off some of that creep, and he's going to be met with a force of Hydralisk. Hydralisk taking out those Marines now, but the Siege tank sieging up really quick. Oh my gosh, I think this base is going to fall. Siege tank starting to hammer away at that hatchery now, but the Medivacs healing up so well. So much of the damage that this Zerg Swarm is doing, but now here comes the rest of the Zerg Swarm. Banelings pouring in, trying to get some good connects on the Zerglings, but there's just too much Zerg here. I think maybe this push will end if he can get these siege tanks down. The Zerglings are still trying to chew away at what they can. Medivacs don't have any more Marines to heal up, and the Viking left to pick off an Overseal, but can't. One squad of Marines left, and their backup is done. No more Medivac to carry them out of there, so they're going to fall prey to the spines and spikes of the Hydralisks and the Queens. Just enough of them, though, to push back those Zerg forces, and so many low-health Marines right here. What a Baneling connect that would be. Zerglings trying to come in, but the hatchery does go down. Queen's trying to shell or spine away that Medivac. And this is just an outpouring, constant stream of units coming from Haloman. The Zerg would have a hard time reacting to this. It would be very difficult for me if I were in his shoes, I know that much. Taking out some more of that creep in the extractor while he can. The Zerg backing off to try to reinforce just a little bit, but the Zerglings go in. Even without any Banelings, they're going to pick off these tanks as they were sieging. 2 tanks go down, and the pot of Marines might possibly fall if the Medivac can't heal them up fast enough. Again, so many Marines escape with low health. Hydralis trying to pick off that siege tank, and they will succeed. One Baneling gets a connection. Target firing on those Banelings was wonderful. Managed to kill quite a few Zerg there before they died. That was a good job picking off those Marines. Very, very good target firing. We'll see the Zerg trying to push up here into the Terran base. Morphing in some Banelings. But the stream is just going to continue here. They will... Oh no, I thought they were going to clash for a second there. Sensor tower now up, but the Zerg is thinking about moving out here. We do see it in the main base, the lair being mutated into a hive after the infestation pit is down. Now these rocks are going to start to fall now, opening up the way to the Terran 4th. And this, I think, is just going to be a flood. Where is the Terran army? The Terran army is being distracted, it looks like, by these Banelings that have destroyed SCVs. The sensor tower now reveals where the location of the Zerg army is. And after destroying those rocks, he's going to move out of the way of the sensor tower. A high yield base now being up for the Zerg. Scan going down to get rid of some of that creep, and here comes the Zerg pouring over the Terran army before the siege tanks have even had a chance to siege up. Banelings connecting wonderfully on those tanks, and the Hydralis just tearing them apart. Oh my gosh, what a loss for the Terran. Not being able to have enough army there to really stop that Zerg swarm. Siege tank gets one shot off before the Hydralis overcome it. Not really a whole lot of target firing by the Zerg here. Unable to break that defense with the bunker in the way. Down to 60 Zerglings that are coming up in the production tab here. We do have 5 Hydralisks out on the field and 50 Zerglings that have just been morphed in. That one sensor tower is down. That's a little bit of a loss for the Terran scouting. Medivac's healing up the wounded from the last battle. And the Zerg is just mustering an army here, a very scary army. Hydra laying Bane, creep spread going out. And now he's going to duck onto the radar of that sensor tower, but he's going to run back a couple Banelings into the third. Oh, that planetary fortress should stop him pretty well, though. Not too many kills there, just a mule, a sensor tower. Oh, I'm sorry, missile turret, rather. But this Zerg army is looking scarier by the second, spreading the creep. And morphing in more and more Banelings, 9 total in the army now. And I think if these two armies were to clash right now, this would definitely go in favor of the Zerg. We do have the siege tanks trying to do a bit of leapfrog here as that SCV constructs another sensor tower. But here we go, here's the clash. Scans going down to try to reveal those creep tumors and get rid of the creep. Keeping an eye on that Zerg army, waiting for a potential engagement that he can pick off. And these Zerglings here are going to just keep picking off SCV after SCV as they try to go for this mineral line. Looks like he's second thinking that positioning on that expansion. Maybe he's just flying it back temporarily, but here we go. Look at this. 44 Banelings are just going to roll over this Terran army, and I don't think there's anything we can do here to stop it. Just detonating on all those siege tanks. So many Banelings connecting now on that army, taking out almost everything in just the blink of an eye. Hydralisks now running over to that bunker. They were on move command for a second there, And it looks like the SCVs are just going to barely be able to repair that enough to keep it alive. That expansion is going to try to go down again, but banelings, more banelings are being morphed in over here. I'm going to go for it. Looks like that fourth base, but I think they're going to all be stopped by the bunker, especially if the bunker or if he decides to target fire with these Marines over here. And he's going to stim in, target fire those banelings down, but here come more rolling in from the west, and I think these Marines are just going to be able to take them all out before it can even do anything at all. One cheeky Zergling stopping the expansion from going down. The army will deal with that very quickly. Now we've got a sixth base. I'm sorry, a seventh base from Volnic now coming down over here in the 3 o'clock position. But here we go, a little bit of a clash here. Lots of Zerglings swarming around this army, but I don't think there's going to be quite enough here to finish it all off, especially with the medevac sealing it up. But here we go, trying to clean up this high-yield expansion. Lots of banelings rolling in, and I think now that the Ultralisks are out, this is a very, very combination of units for him to be up against. We have the late-game Zerg now, and let's see what we got for upgrades here. We've got quite a few. 2-2 for Zerg, and 3-3 for Terran. Once again, that expansion will be denied. I believe we should have chitinous plating on the way. Yeah, we do have chitinous plating on the way. Those Ultralisks are about to get very tanky. Sitting at 4 armor right now, and they're going to get almost twice that. I think it's 4 from chitinous plating, if I'm not mistaken. Oh my gosh, what a just face roll here from the Zerg player, and that will be it, as he realizes that the Ultralisks are just going to bulldoze him. Ah, that was a great game. You know, the Zerg really never lost his footing there. There was just solid defense all the way around, being able to shoo away the Vikings and the Liberators and shrugging off the Marine drops. Very, very well done by Volnic. This was a Masters level game. And I am going to continue doing more of these commentaries, not just for YouTube, but for the purposes of myself being able to learn and become a better player. But for now, I will bid you all farewell, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye, everybody.